Welcome everyone to the very competitive land battle that is Kislev as Llama going up against the Ogre Kingdoms and Human Boy. So we can see the super wide build coming here, 2 units of the Saber Tusks on the right, 2 on the left as well, and a main battle line here of the Ogre Ball Iron Fist going to be dotted throughout. I think 4 here in total, backed up by the triple Ogre Balls. So really going quite wide, 5 units of the Noblars as well, really going to be dissipating the damage here on the big monstrous infantry, and the very powerful Hunter on a Stonehorn. Here with the ward save, thanks to having the Noblar Thief Stone, as well as a few other abilities, including the Crippling Throw. Terror, very good here against pretty much any faction in the game, and also the Morfang Cavalry. The great weapons here for the anti-large and armor piercing, very, very strong indeed. So for the Lord Choice in the back, we are going to be having the Slaughtermaster of Beasts. Now the Beastcaster here is going to have Belly Slapper, and the only spell of the Curse of Anrahir. So this here is going to be a 35 meter radius debuff spell, so it's going to be melee attack, melee defense, accuracy, and speed. So I'm sure here we are anticipating a bit of a blob build, but that's exactly what we got here coming forward from Kislev. So Kossar Spears in the front side, 4 units of the Kossars with the pistols in the backside here with those silver shields, giving them maximum protection there up against range. And in the middle we are going to have Boris Ursus here on his big beautiful bear. Now has the ability of Frostbite, and coming here really stacked indeed to the Heroic Resilience, the Armor of Urson, as well here as the Shard Blade, Stand Your Ground, Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker, as well as the Fury of Urson. In the middle, we are going to have the Oath Brothers of Tor. So the Regiment of Renowned Warbear Riders with their brilliant ability of the Call of Tor. And it's very, very strongly that blinded ability, negative stats, and accuracy is very, very powerful. In the backside, we are going to have a little Grom, just providing the range and making sure that we are fulfilling the attacking rules. We are going to be having a Patriarch as well. The Patriarch here is going to be having quite a few items. So the Brazier, as well as the Ararai, the ability of the Courage of Sacrifice, and the Battle Hymns of the Tor Battle Hymn, the Lullaby, as well as the Song of Winter Sunlight. So for the caster, we are going to have the Frost Maiden of Ice. She's going to be here with the Frost Shield, as well as the ability of the Crystal Sanctuary, and then we are going to have the Snowflake Pendant. So it looks like we're really going to be digging in deep here, trying to get that 60% ward save going down on the troops. So we're going to a bit of a skip on here. We are going to have some firing in the front here from Little Grom, firing up against the Monstrous Infantry, taking down the Ogre Ball Iron Fist. They actually get shields plus added melee defense. It makes them just a little bit more powerful there in melee combat as well. So the front line's going to come forward, a little bit of damage there on the Hunter and his Stonehorn. No healing, so that damage there is going to be permanent. In the backside, we do have Saber Tusks just in the wings, waiting here, trying to see if we get a full surround on the build. It looks like Noblars are going to be coming forward first. Shooting is going to be up against the cheap infantry, but if they're shooting the cheap infantry, they're not going to be shooting here the monstrous infantry that's quite expensive. On the pocket, we are going to get a spell. Crippled has been activated here on the Frost Maiden, and now we're going to get the Overcasted Crystal Sanctuary. I believe that's going to be more time there for the Crystal Sanctuary, but also means all these elements can't move. So you can see the fact here they're going to be kind of imbued with ice, and now we are going to get the Tor effect going down as well, which is actually going to be debuffing here on this nice box build that we do have coming forward from Kislev. Ogre Balls, dual weapons, and all sorts of madness here in the middle up against the Kossars. We do get the Curse of Andra here in the middle, given all those reductions on melee defense, melee attack, and all sorts of nice debuffs as we supercharge in the backside here with the Morfang Cavalry. In the middle, the Saber Tusks are going to be shredding through the armored Kossars. They have Rampage, so sadly they are going to be engaged in combat. They do have 70 weapon strength, 25 of that being armor piercing, so they can do pretty well here up against the armored Kossars, but they do have the gold chevron, so coming in with some pretty good melee defenses. Now we are going to get the Lullaby, the Tor's Battle Hymn as well, giving that plus 40 melee attack, and it looks like also, yeah, some healing from the Lullaby. So fighting in the front line, really trying to break down. We do see here the bonusless large spears, the Kossars trying to fight. One does break, the second has used by our blood, so it is going to be just a short period of time here before it falls. We do actually see Crippling Throw, as well as some of those javelins coming forward from the Hunter. He does have anti-large and armor-piercing missiles, 11 of them left here back in the pocket. In the backside, Rampaging with the Saber Tusks, good cycle charging for the Morfang Cavalry. That is a big sort of letdown here for the Saber Tusks. That Rampage really means you cannot control these entities. You can see 2 of them rampaging at the moment, going up against the Armored Corsairs. One of them very healthy, but you can see we are going to be using Bio Blood here by quite a few elements, including here the Frost Maiden of Ice, the Curse of Anra here going down, giving more debuffs here in the area of effect. You can see this is quite a common strategy with Kislev, quite clearly, as Human Boy has well prepared for this box build. We do see the Patriarch going to be giving some healing and fighting with other battle players, going to be fighting. We can see that lovely Thunder coming down here for the Tor ability as we're fighting here. And you know, the damage isn't too much, but these debuffs on stats with the Blinded, which I believe is 10 or 20 seconds, is absolutely absurd. It really does help Kislev fight here in the front line. In the backside, we are going to have Sabertusk fighting here up against Kossar Spears, doing some very good work indeed. We have managed to break them. We should be able to push them off the back of the battlefield there. Morphan Cavalry, the great weapons, going to be getting out, continuously cycle charging. Very, very good control here coming from Human Boy. The Frost Maiden Ice. Also, we are going to use the Crystal Sanctuary yet again and stand your ground, giving that melee defense and leadership here in the pocket. Still going to be fighting with the Patriarch alongside Armored Corsairs. A bit of healing here in the middle. The Lullaby and also the Song of Winter Sunlight, really giving that vigor at 100%. Melee attack going down with the Battle King as we're fighting. We can see the overboards as well as the Noblast really falling here on the battlefield. Balance of power is even, and very nice stuff here from Human Boy, just really clearing up the backside. A lot of units are going to be breaking. This is where the mobile Sabertusks really do come in. We also have Morphan Cavalry. They're going to be hanging around. Wouldn't mind seeing them getting maybe a couple of cycle charges here on some of the nice big anti-large cavalry here. The Oath Brothers certainly do need you know, a bit of damage here. They're looking rather healthy right now, which is really scary. So the Frost Maiden has been terrified by something in here. Not too sure what's terrified her in the middle, but unfortunately here she is going to stay terrified until she gets away. So she's going to be trapped in the middle. The Curse of Anra here going down on quite a few different units. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units broken in the middle, as we see the beautiful Tor effect here on the middle, just seeing thunder and lightning fire down onto the floor. A Deadly Onslaught has been used here for Boris, giving him all those weapon stats. 104 charge bonus here for the big boy as he fights in the middle. So Noblast also going to be taking damage here from Boris. He did use the ability of the Shard Blade, doing some really good work there in the middle. And now we've used all the ammunition here of the Hunter. That's going to bring him up to 1,800 gold value. So really good stuff there hit from him so far as he charges into the middle. It looks like he's going to be tackling up against Little Grom. Stand your ground getting activated here. That melee defense is going to be rather handy while fighting in the pocket. The hero here, the Frostmaiden, is still broken. Of course, not terrified any longer, but the Sabertusk have rampaged. They're going to be in the middle doing some really, really good fighting. So we can see 1, 2, 3 units of the Armored Corsairs have broken. Quite a few units here from the Ogre Kingdoms are going to be returned to the battle. Yet again, another debuff of the Curse of Anra here going down in the middle, which is really, really important. The Song of Winter Sunlight, I think now for the third and final time, is going to be giving all those vigor stats, making everything fresh and fighting at 100%. Good cycle charging here coming out of the Stonehorn, getting in and out, making sure he's not overstaying his welcome. On the side, the Lord's Choice, he doesn't have any healing in combat. He doesn't have the Blood Blade, so he's just going to be waiting on the outside and making sure he doesn't take too much unnecessary damage. Good cycle charging. The Butcher here has been activated for the Monstrous Cavalry. The Morphan Cavalry here going to be getting some good healing. It's going to be one of the effects there of the Ogre Kingdoms. Hunter in the middle, cycle charging through up against the Corsairs. There's no infantry left here. It is just going to be the core of the cavalry, the Patriarch, Little Grom, and Boris. Everything else here is going to be broken, but we do see the blinded effect really capitalizing on all the units in the middle, and I believe that is infinite. You can keep using that ability over and over and over again. It has so many debuffs. It's very, very handy indeed. Cycle charging here with the Hunter in the middle. He really wants to smash up against Little Grom if he can. That'd be a nice juicy target for him. 480 armor piercing weapon strength is very good here up against most elements in the middle. So we can see he's going to be charging right in there, getting very busy indeed. On the outside, we see Sabertusk very nicely cleaning up the Armored Corsairs, and rightly so as well. Once they're shattered, you can then forget about them and come back later. So more casting here for the Slaughter Master. You're going to get another Curse of Anra here in the middle, where they stand your ground there to kind of, combat that negative 24 melee defense. So they're going to be holding rather true. They don't have too much melee attack here in the middle. The Oath Brothers, though, still 30 melee attack. They don't actually have magic damage. Not too important here. Not many things have physical resistance. Little Grom is now going to be having, looks like Lullaby, and they did actually have some extra bonuses there going down. So the healing is going to be very nice here in the pocket, keeping things like the powerful anti-large sniper that is Boris at tip-top shape. Hunter's going to be cycle charging, good work there for him. Most things are fresh. coming here from Kislev, and everything else is going to be rather winded or exhausted coming forward from the rest of the Ogre Kingdoms. So, Saber-Tusks in the backside, more Noblars coming to the fray here. Still going to be the triple in the middle. We're still broken with the Frost Maiden of Ice. Now, she's going to be on foot, so only 46 speed there for her. There's no way she's getting out of it. She's been trapped the entirety of this time. It looks like we are going to get the Battle with him. Another Thunder coming down here on many, many units. And we are going to be rampaging here with the Saber-Tusk. One shatters, quite a few units are going to be breaking, and we might see a chain route here if you're not careful. When one starts routing, then more start routing. It actually increases the amount of negative there to leadership. You can see multiple now really, really paying there on that leadership. Cycle charging from the Saber-Tusk to get into the backside to get up against Little Grom, but he does have 105 armor, so he's going to hold quite true. The Battle Bears actually do go up in their armor class as well, from 95 to 100, so we will change the equation for how much damage they take. You can see they're looking rather low. 13 models, Keenan Cap is present, and not looking too good. 1,400 health there for him. And it looks like here the Patriarch has been isolated in the middle. He's going to be fighting up against the Stonehorn Hunter, and that's not going to be a great battle there for him. He's going to be on foot, no polar bear for him, so not really going to have too much armor piercing here on the battlefield. So the Song of Winter Sunlight has been activated, I think maybe now for the final time, giving that vigor here across a 35-meter radius. And it looks like here the Oath Brothers do break, down to 324 HP. They've done a very good job. 280 kills in the middle. Very, very good stuff. Looks like we're trying to push out the Frost Maiden Ice, and that's not a bad choice. Get rid of her. She's a very, very sneaky and good target to get rid of. She's very small, and of course having that Crystal Sanctuary is very, very powerful. So she's going to be running away, surfing here on her ice, but she actually gets a bit of a Stonehorn up the backside. Now that's not going to be comfortable by any measures. And we do see here that the Little Grom is going to be fighting up against the infantry of the Ogre Bulls and the Noblars. Now it's going to be rather difficult to take down, but of course Ogre Bulls do have good weapon strength. But of course Little Grom is a chariot, anti-infantry, good armor piercing. He will also do some good damage in return. Those polar bears have seen many a battle. Now we do see here Boris, he is going to have the Curse of Ogre here going down on top of him as well. Not looking too great, I must say so. The Morphine Cavalry got to be careful. Although the Patriarch doesn't have too much weapon strength, 360 is pretty decent. He could possibly even start popping a couple of models here of the Morphine Cavalry. Taking them down slowly is really not what you want here for this very expensive cavalry unit. Now, Boris Ursus is going to be fighting. He is going to have the Fury of Urson. Now, that should rampage him. It looks like he isn't going to be rampaging. Perhaps he's not lost enough health here. Now the cannon is going to be free. Firing here up against the Slaughter Master, who is going to be living up to the name. He's actually going to be killing quite a few units here in the backside. And yeah, very good stuff there coming from him. So Ogre Ball's going to be breaking. We do see Noblars are shattering. There's really not much here left on the battlefield. 11 minutes into the game so far. Cannon firing up against the cavalry. This is not good here coming from Human Boy. If he and that's very good stuff there. Stonehorn coming in for the backside. And Little Grom has no idea what to do. Left, right, all over the place. He's trying to turn around, but the Stonehorn is so powerful, he can't get a turn and fight. Now, not mass on the weapon strength there. He's going to be at 110, so he's really going to struggle here to fight against the Hunter, who's going to be having over 4 times the weapon strength, still here with armor piercing. On the backside, we are going to get the Slaughter Master, causing the Curse of Anroth here on Boris in the backside, reducing that melee defense. So the Song of Winter Sunlight going down yet again. Maybe that isn't. I thought that was limited to maybe 3. Maybe it isn't. No, it looks like it's unlimited. So that's very nice that can keep getting popped throughout the battle. Boris here is going to be charging off the Saber-Tusk. They do break, so very good stuff there from Boris, but he probably wants to save Little Grom. If he can get and maybe get a side charge on the Hunter, that could be quite nice as well. But it looks like he's going to move around and perhaps go after the Slaughter Master. Not a bad choice. Killing him will get that negative 16 leadership, which will be quite handy here on the battlefield. So keeping the Patriarch nice and close. Dismember is a really nice slow debuff. And you can see breaking the Morphine Cavalry in the middle. Boris as well going to be fighting up against Saber-Tusks. That 70 weapon strength, will pay dividends over time. In the middle here, Little Grom is going to be having stand your ground, but he certainly has lost up against the Hunter. Little Grom did get 58 kills, 1,300 value so far. Not looking too bad overall. Ogre Balls, the Iron Fist, more Saber-Tusks going to be dueling in the middle, as we have the Slaughter Master very smartly here from Human Boy, hiding behind the Hunter. In the backside, we have Saber-Tusks. They could definitely get back involved here. There's really not too much left on the battlefield. Some units shatter, which is going to be the Noblars getting pushed. Others on the left as well, so we're going to be seeing more fan cavalry breaking, shattering as well with the Noblars. There's really not much left here on the battlefield. Some more shatters there from the Ogre Ball Iron Fist. Saber Tusk getting charged down here by Boris. Now, they got 95 speed. There's no way they should be getting caught. But it looks like Frostbite does get activated. So nice stuff there from Boris. That's going to slow him down to 67 speed. So Boris with that 82 speed, considering his armor class, is incredibly fast. So he's going to be breaking down some of the Saber Tusks. Good work there coming from Boris. In the middle, a very nice snipe here on the Patriarch. Good work from the Hunter, up to 96 kills so far. 29 for the Saber Tusks. These two as well coming in at 18 and 27, so they've definitely got some good clear-up kills. And Boris is now in the backside, and he has caught the Slaughtermaster. It could be dismay here coming from Human Boy. Losing all that leadership could be dire in the middle, but he really can't take too many rear charges coming from the Hunter. It looks like the Patriarch does bite the dust, so it is just going to be Boris versus the world. Foe Seeker given that speed and vigor, which is really good here in the late stage. He's going to be up to 124 kills at the moment, and he's on active, looking ready to go. I'm sure the Stonehorn is exhausted, so it's really going to be paying here on armor class, melee attack, charge bonuses. It's really not very good. Break here, that could be a chain route coming from the Saber Tusks in the middle. We do see the Slaughtermaster coming forward. 14.5 minutes this game. Boris is a chat affair to Saw 1. Stand Your Ground has been activated for the leadership and then also melee defense buffs. But it looks like here the Slaughtermaster does break. He shatters! And that is terrible! The Slaughtermaster is going to be running away here. Now, if we do get the Fury of Urson, I believe that actually gives terror as well. If I can find it here. Can't quite find it, but I believe it gives terror. Let's have a look. It does give terror. Oh my god, big hit there though, coming in from the Hunter. Rampaging here with the Fury of Urson. It's going to be Stonehorn versus Boris and the big, beautiful bear. But one here is an anti-large armor-piercing sniper, whilst the other one isn't. Now we do see 578 weapon strength with bonuses large, frostbite, magical attacks as well. And the Hunter is going to be losing. Sadly here, it looks like it is going to be a huge victory coming in for Kislev and Llama. But maybe RNGesus could be on the side here of the Ogre Kingdoms. Human Boy is known for his underhand rat tactics. Can he get in here? Can he do anything to change the game in the last stages? It looks like that is not going to be the case. That bonus was large. Is going to increase that melee attack. Look at all the bonuses. Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker, and there we go. GG's, well played, coming in from Kislev and Son of the Mountains Llama. Excellent game indeed. 3,500 damage value from Boris Ursus. Very good stuff. 132 kills. The Patriot to go along as well. 340. Keeping everything with top vigor, healing, as well as also those melee stats. 14 kills as well. 130 there for the Frost Maiden. Really like the Crystal Sanctuary. I do wonder maybe the Heart of Winter could have been slightly better. I know it's not very good up against the Monsters Infantry, but he definitely could break a lot of the Noblars here. Maybe just some food for thought. 282 though, 3,160 for the Oath Brothers of Tor, and their Tor ability is absolutely bonkers. The fact that you can use it as much as you like, have all those debuffs, is crazy. Very, very good stuff there. These bad boys really work nicely in this type build. 1,300 from Little Grom with 280, 580, 820, and 500 for the Armoured Corsairs. 230, 350 there for the Corsair Spears. And a very interesting build indeed. So the Slaughtermaster with the Beastcaster, 600 damage value there from him. 6,300 damage value. Ladies and gentlemen, that is over half the damage dealt in the entire army. So the entire army composition, 12,400, 6.3k of that was dealt by the Hunter alone. If you do not know how powerful Hunters and Stonehorns truly are, that there is a perfect example. Stonehorns are incredibly powerful and 25,000 damage dealt. Now his missiles are not very accurate, they're normally not very good, but he's still got 1,800 gold value there from them, and then the rest was just pure carnage. No healing. And of course, there was a lot of debuffs there in the middle from the Curse of Anra here, but either way, that is a ridiculous amount of damage. 39 kills, 1,670 for the Morfang Cavalry. Very good stuff. Good cycle charging. Really like the control there from Human Boy. 830, 350, 420, and 830 there for the Ogre Ball Iron Fists. 1.2, 430, 840, and 923 for the Saber Tusks. I think they're incredibly underrated. The fact here that Fleshhounds got an increase and Saber Tusks didn't is mind-boggling to me. These are so cost-efficient. Of course, in land battles, I don't think they're as good as they are in domination. But of course, that rampage really does let them down. But still, 500 gold cost, and they can actually duel at 700 to even 750 gold cost of the Flesh Hounds. They're incredibly good. 70 weapon strength, 25 of that being armor piercing. Really mobile, very good stats. It's and at 1.2k they're up against predominantly armor, which is very impressive indeed. 350, 300, and 1,200 for the Ogre Balls. 250, 80, 180, 150, and 330 there for the Noblards. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please, of course, smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe already. If you'd like to see yourself on the channel, do join the Discord there down below and send your replays into Replays for Casting. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon.